Another morning head scratcher. This is a head scratching question because I'm confused for any Calvinist that's willing to engage, any Reformed, any tulip following person, doing it in love because, I've got friends that are Calvinists and we can't even talk about the Bible and we can't do it civilly. So I'm doing it here. So if I'm understanding the position of Calvin correctly, they suggest that the human is elect before they're born. They're elected before they are born and die. So if God elects us in a sense that we are eternally secure, certain to be saved, bound for heaven, and God does all of this before anything is created, like we see the creation in Genesis 1, here's the head scratcher now, does the Calvinist ever take into account that the Bible also teaches that we must be born physically? We must be born physically so we can die spiritually. Then we can be given the opportunity, now that we're spiritually dead, to be made spiritually alive. I certainly don't see the Bible's teaching related to what the Calvinist says. All of these great elected things happen before we're actually spiritually dead, because God is organized. I don't know if he can do it biblically. So that's my question. Can we actually be alive, eternally secure, before we're even spiritually dead? That's the question. I think you can see my screen. So we must die spiritually before we can receive the gift. If we've never even been, an entity, can we really be elect before we're spiritually dead? Because that's the problem. That's the barrier. And if we're never spiritually dead, I don't know if we can be made spiritually alive, even in the thought or mind of God. So help me understand this. Or has the Calvinist even considered this logical problem? The reason I think it's a problem is because, again, the Bible spends many, many dozens of verses saying you're dead, you're separated, you're apart from God, you're out of the garden, you're lost, you got a barrier, you're in the dark, you have no light, you're not eating the food, you're going to go to hell, Gehenna, you are separated. Hell wasn't created for you, but now you're going to go there because you are also spiritually dead, like the fallen angels. On that note, I think you can see the screen. There are elect angels. You can read this for yourself. And the elect angels are still around. And so are the fallen angels. That's where the head scratcher comes in. If the fallen angels are reprobate and no longer have an opportunity to make it to heaven or live in heaven forever eternally with the Creator God, then why are they still around? Why are they not locked up now? Why does the Bible reveal so much related to hell and that the angels still exist and are still operational? And I mean the fallen angels. How come there are so many reprobates around? Well, is it because this is our time span to receive the gift that's good for everybody? We first become spiritually dead so that we can receive a gift to be made spiritually alive. Calvinist, when I do this, I'm scratching my head wondering how do you make all these things fit? As I often say, under free will, which I believe in. I believe God decreed free will. Under free will, it all makes sense. And there's going to be one final judgment, which the Bible reveals. Therefore, the final judgment will be for all humans who didn't believe. The angels that are fallen have already been judged, but now they're waiting for sentencing and final destination. To go back to the beginning, has the Calvinist considered that we might not be able to be elect, which means saved, heaven bound, before we're ever spiritually dead. There's too much Bible teaching related to the need to be made alive from the spiritually dead state. So I don't think we can be elect prior to ever being alive and taking our first oxygen-filled breath. That's the question of the day.